Hey book nerds, welcome to my first ever video review, and I'm going to be reviewing Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Now this book is becoming known as The Hunger Games meets Ender's Game, and I really have to agree with that blurb because it really does have that same similar feel where there are war games like in The Hunger Games, except the purpose isn't to kill everyone. It is more like a battle game, which Ender's Game really did well. I only watched Ender's Game, so I haven't really compared it to the book, but it does really have that same exact feel where the teenagers are all running around and they're all just trying to, become the top dog, I want to say. It's like a dog-eat-dog. And we have our main character, Darrow, and he is a red. He lives in a society where there is a caste system and the reds are the lowest. So he is kind of, I want to say, a miner. He's called a hell driver, or is it a hell raiser? I don't remember. I think it's hell driver. But he has his family who he loves very much, and his wife named Io. So one day he's doing his own thing and something happens, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it drives him to basically give up his life. And I want to say, without spoiling anything, except I will be having a spoiler section coming up, so I will give you a warning. But it's really hard. This is so hard for me to describe the plot without giving anything away. But basically the whole premise is he is going to try to overtake the golds, which are the highest in the caste system, so he can unravel their society. He wants freedom for his people, and in doing so, he goes through all of these, trials and tribulations and all that jazz. I want to say, let me see here. This world, to me, was so thought out and it was so realistic in a way that I felt like I was dumped into Darrow's world. The writing is very, very fluid. It is very, very straight to the point. But I do have a warning. Excuse me. I have a warning that there's a lot of info dumping in the beginning, and at first you are just confused and don't even know what's going on. But if you keep going and you can understand the language and the dialogue, you can understand what they're saying. And I really liked it. It took a while for me to get used to the slang because there's a lot of different words and it's set in the future, so there's a lot of all those technology bits that I really enjoy. And I just thought it was crazy intense. It is really, really action-packed. There is a lot of violence, so if you don't really like that kind of thing, I just have to warn you. There's also a little bit of swearing, and the twists and turns in this drove me crazy because I was just appalled at some of the things that were in here, and I really want everyone to read it because I want to discuss with you guys all about this book because I'm just so astounded as to the writing style. It is different than any other book I've read, and it really takes a while to get into this book, but I really suggest you keep going because the action starts right after he transforms, so I was really, really excited. The ending pretty much killed me, and I really want the next one, so yeah, go get this. This is a YA to adult crossover, so if you like that type of dystopian society and the set in the future and a lot of violence and all that stuff, then I really suggest taking a look at this, even if it's boring in the middle or boring in the beginning, and I know some people had a problem with that, but I really suggest to keep plowing through because it gets really, really good. And I did this read along with Johanna from Magi Bookshelf, and I just had to say it was so fun doing this read along with you because we would like DM each other, and it was just so much fun. Every single, you know, question we had was you know, we discussed back and forth, so I really enjoyed doing that with you, and I hope to do more read-alongs. So, yeah. And now this is the time where I'm going to be talking about spoilers, so if you don't want to spoil yourself, I suggest you either click X or, you know, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna give you time to let you know that this is going to be the spoiler section, so... Just want to warn you that I'm going to be talking about spoilers in this book. So we have Darrow, and he's our main character, and he goes through this initiation of turning himself into a gold, and as we all know, he is a red. So the gold are the highest of the highest caste system in the society, and they are the rich, the powerful, and the arch-governor is the one who who actually sent out the hit for his wife, EO, who dies. So I just wanted to say that when that part happened, I was in shock only because we didn't have enough time with her. And she only appeared in the beginning, and I was really sad to not know more about her, and their love relationship was really sweet. And yeah, I'm just kind of sad about that. But we do see some, you know, flashbacks with Darrow and him remembering her and how she sacrificed her life for the greater good, and that Darrow is the one who's supposed to bring freedom for his people. So I really thought that murder or that death was, you know, it was too soon, too fast, and I really wanted more from her. My voice is all, you know, I don't know, I get really like allergies, so I'm not gonna like start crying or anything. But the second death in this book that really touched upon me was Pax, and he was a really good character that I really wanted to end up to the end, but you know, when it happened, I was like, no, he killed off one of my favorite characters again. So I was just really sad about that. But hopefully there's more characters for me to love. I really do like Mustang, and I did not see that twist where what's his name? The Jackal and Mustang being twin brother and sister. So to me, that was really epic writing. I did not see that she would not betray her brother. Like she betrayed him, and she gave him up, and I thought that was really different, because there were points and I want to say hints that she would, but I guess that's what Pierce wanted everyone to think, but it wasn't the case. So I really thought that was really good writing. It was like a take back twist, and then he threw it back in your face, and I'm just like, oh. So I thought that was really great writing. That doesn't really happen often in books, so props to you. Yeah. Other than that, this book it stayed with me. It stayed with me. I have a book hangover from this world, and I'm still stuck on Mars. I just really want everyone to read this book because it was so good. I did give this one a 4 out of 5. I thought there was a lot to take in, and the only reason I gave it a 4 and not a perfect was because there was a lot of information to digest, and I thought a glossary of all the words, especially the words, would have helped this come along, because I was so confused in some of the words, and I know they were pretty straightforward to some people, but if you're like me and you know your mind goes through all these different things and different meanings, then you really don't know which word is what. So I thought a glossary would have helped this book along, and there is a map, so that actually helped a lot, and I was studying it so much. So here is the map. You can see that. And I also really enjoyed the mythology aspect of this book. There were 12 houses, I believe, but we only see a small number. And at first you're just like, okay, what is going on in these games? Why are they stuck there? And you're just like, what's the point of them all stuck together in, you know, back in the medieval ages, and they had to scrounge for food and water and all that stuff. I didn't understand it as much, but if you kept reading, then you can understand that it was more like a battle strategy, and kind of like the game Battleship. You had to be 10 steps ahead of your enemies, so that to me wasn't as clear. So yeah, other than those kind of distinct takeaways from this book, I thought it was really done. It was done really well. Sorry, I really enjoyed it. I really hope that a lot of people read this book, because I kind of want to discuss it with you guys. So yeah, 4 to 5. Make sure you guys check this out. It is out on January 28th. And yeah, thank you so much to Random House Canada for this book. And Ainsley, you are right, because this book was amazing. And I just want to ask everyone who even read this book, if you were a color, what would you be? And to me, I have no idea, because I'd probably be a mix of all the colors. So I don't know if everyone fits into one category, one color. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever video review. I hope I didn't talk too much. My thoughts are all over the place. Yeah, get this book out. It is awesome. Take care, guys.